Wash day tomorrow. Nothing clean, right?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 wardrobe malfunctions you actually see in the movie.
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. Pretty woman.
For this list, we'll be looking at clothing mishaps and glaring inaccuracies during filming that made the final cut. Did you catch any of these wardrobe malfunctions in your first viewing? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Arrival, the Terminator. With his leather jacket and sunglasses, Arnold Schwarzenegger's T-800 is something of a fashion icon. But we're first introduced to the time-traveling cyborg when he's in the buff. In the opening scene from James Cameron's original film, the Terminator arrives in the then-present of 1984. But he hasn't been outfitted with any garments, so he decides to obtain some from some local punks, including a young Bill Paxton, with grisly results.
Your clothes. Give them to me.
The nighttime set scene is dimly lit, but you can still see more of Schwarzenegger than Cameron may have intended, especially if you're watching in high definition.
Nice night for a walk, eh?
Nice night for a walk.
Number 9. Dress. Bad Boys 2. Like most Michael Bay movies, Bad Boys 2 is full of explosions and rapid-fire editing. So a wardrobe malfunction like this is hard to spot unless you're really paying attention.
Is this about Sid? God. Hey, Marcus, man.
In the final act of the action-packed sequel, our heroes rescue Marcus's sister and Mike's love interest, Sid, played by Gabrielle Union, from drug kingpin Johnny Tapia.
It's a delicate situation.
This is not just a situation. It's my sister.
This leads to a standoff at a minefield, and Sid takes advantage of that by throwing her gun in the right direction.
Give me the gun!
Okay, I'm gonna toss it right at your feet. Right next to the mine.
But as Sid falls after tossing the gun, you can see her chest partially exposed. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment, but it's there. Number 8. Zippers. Amadeus. A riveting drama portraying a rivalry between composers Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Antonio Salieri, Amadeus won 8 Academy Awards, including Best Costume Design. While the wardrobes are excellent all around, there was one glaring error that may have taken some historians out of the movie.
I know. It's outrageous.
Metal zippers are shown on the costumes, and those wouldn't exist in the film's 18th century setting.
Well, look at them.
Amadeus takes plenty of dramatic license with history, so maybe we can chalk this one up to artistic license?
This. Yes. Better? What do you think?
And it was also certainly easier for the actors to get in and out of their costumes this way. Number 7. Diaper. Sense and Sensibility. Ang Lee's Sense and Sensibility is a wonderful adaptation of Jane Austen's classic romance novel. But there's one wardrobe choice that briefly takes the movie out of the 18th century and into the 20th century. In this scene, the prickly Mr. Palmer, played by Hugh Laurie, is shown handling his crying infant child with less fatherly compassion and more utter annoyance.
Away with him! I have seldom seen a father take to a child so. Do not fear, Mrs. Bennet.
If you're a stickler for historical accuracy, you might be annoyed too at the fact that the baby is clearly wearing a disposable diaper. You don't need a history degree to know that these didn't yet exist. We know that you need to be ready for anything when working with babies, but they could have done a better job of concealing this.
Yes.
Number 6. Earpiece. Captain America, the First Avenger. To fully enjoy a superhero story like the MCU's first Captain America movie, you need to be willing to suspend some disbelief.
That depends on the definition.
The women of America.
But since the film is largely set in the 1940s, it's only fair to call out a pretty egregious costuming error. Jim Morita, a member of the titular Captain's Howling Commandos, played by Kenneth Choi, is shown wearing a prominent military earpiece.
We're in! Assault team, go!
If you're not familiar with military technology, this might not seem like a big deal. However, That kind of gear Morita is sporting wouldn't have existed until the 2000s. Maybe he knew about proper time travel before any of the Avengers did?
Problem solved.
Bingo.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's what I heard.
Number 5. Contemporary Extra. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones' film debut is a rip-roaring tale full of thrills, spills, and jeans? While denim pants had existed for decades before the movie's 1936 setting, we definitely weren't supposed to be seeing them in this context. While in Cairo, Harrison Ford's exhausted adventurer has a well-earned drink with his monkey friend for company. There's something strange happening behind him. No one's face is melting off. However, there is someone, most likely a crew member, wearing jeans and a t-shirt amidst all the traditional Egyptian garb. We don't know how he got in the shot, but if you're paying attention, he's impossible to miss. Number 4. Lovemaking. Pretty Woman. Julia Roberts has expressed her aversion to being nude on screen multiple times. However, the movie that made her a star may have accidentally violated that rule. In a scene from rom-com classic Pretty Woman, Roberts' Vivian is getting intimate with Richard Gere's Edward. In a very fleeting moment, Roberts' chest is partially exposed. It's hard to notice unless you're obsessing over every single frame, so it's almost certainly an accident.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
Roberts used a body double for some of Pretty Woman's more tantalizing scenes, but you can definitely see the A-lister's actual face in this moment. Number 3. Bra Slip. Closer. Julia Roberts also starred in this tense romantic drama, but the wardrobe malfunction here happened to her co-star, Natalie Portman. Despite playing a dancer at a club, Portman, for all intents and purposes, stayed clothed.
If I asked you to strip right now, would you?
Of course. You want me to?
No.
She had apparently filmed some scenes unclothed, but this footage was reportedly destroyed by director Mike Nichols. However, there is a moment of accidental exposure that made the final cut.
Thank you. Thank you sincerely for your honesty.
When Alice is speaking to Larry, played by Clive Owen, in a booth, she crosses her legs and her bra begins to descend. Portman might have been too focused on the scene to notice this during filming, but it's pretty easy to spot during viewing. Number 2. Watch. Glory. We can't imagine how stressful it is to make any movie, let alone a historical war drama like Glory. However, this particular wardrobe error seems egregious enough to get someone fired. Set during the American Civil War, Glory features a scene where the all-black 54th Massachusetts Infantry Regiment passes a plantation that's been freed.
Ain't no dream. We run away slave, but we come back fighting, man.
Waving at the troops are children, including one wearing a digital watch. Those were not found in Civil War times, and the shot is so blatant, we have no clue how anyone missed it. The young extra deserves no blame here. Rather, the filmmakers should have done a better job of catching this mistake.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Lycra Shorts. Gladiator. The further back in time a movie is set, the harder it is to look past wardrobe mistakes like this. In Ridley Scott's Best Picture-winning story of revenge in Rome, Russell Crowe's Maximus engages in plenty of thrilling battles.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
But some showdowns are marred by a lack of quality control. In various scenes with Russell Crowe's Maximus, we can see what's under his tunic. It's a pair of Lycra shorts, the kind that would be seen on a modern-day cyclist, not an ancient Roman gladiator. We still love Gladiator for all its drama and sword-fighting thrills, but its costuming accuracy occasionally comes up short.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.